The smoothie is still quite warm, but I'm just going to try it a little bit now. Oh, that's really nice. It's really chocolatey, but you can just taste the salt. There's a slight taste of salt to it as well. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Googie's Kitchen. And if you are new here, then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis, and in today's video, I want to share with you how to make my delicious salted chocolate smoothie. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you how to make my delicious salted chocolate smoothie. Now, this recipe might sound quite weird to you. Salt and chocolate, I'm sure people think it doesn't go, but actually it works really well. It's kind of like a sweet and sour. So you've got the sweetness of the chocolate and the fruit in the smoothie, and then you've got a slight sour from the salt. The last one I made, I absolutely loved it. It was really sweet and really delicious. So I thought I'd make myself one for breakfast tomorrow. I'll explain why I'm making it now instead of tomorrow. And then I'm going to have that for breakfast. So I thought while I was making it, I'd share what I was doing with you. So I have all of my ingredients laid out, as you can see. And I'm just going to add a tablespoon of chia seeds to the base of my blender. Now, you can add any sorts of nuts and seeds that you want to. It doesn't have to be these particular ones. If you want to put less in, then you can, or if you want to put more in, then you can as well. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds to the blender as well. And then I also have a tablespoon of sunflower seeds to add as well. So I've got 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds going in. And then I've got some flaxseed as well. So I've got a tablespoon of ground flaxseed. You can use ordinary flaxseed, it doesn't have to be ground for this recipe. So I'm just going to add that in as well. And then I have some raw cacao powder. You could use cocoa powder, but please make sure it is the unsweetened stuff. The sweetened stuff isn't very good for you. And raw cacao powder and cocoa powder unsweetened is much better. So I'm just going to add a little bit of, or a tablespoon, sorry, of raw cacao powder to that as well. That probably wasn't a little bit, but I love it. I love things really chocolatey, especially first thing in the morning as well. It feels like a real treat. So I do add quite a lot of chocolate powder. You can add as much or as little as you want. And then I'm going to add about 5 Brazil nuts to this as well. I really like Brazil nuts. They tend to make the smoothie quite creamy. But if you aren't a Brazil nut fan, then you can add any sort of nut that you want to. Or if you want to leave that out as well, you can do. And then I've also got a handful of frozen blueberries here. You can use fresh. We tend to keep them frozen just because they keep for longer. So I'm going to add those in as well. And then I've also got a handful of kale here as well. You could use kale or you could use spinach if you want to. So I'm just going to pour that into the blender. And then I have a banana that I'm just going to break up and put in as well. So the banana adds a lot of sweetness to this. If you don't like banana, then you could always add some dried fruit if you've got some dates or maybe some prunes as well. They are always good in a smoothie. So, yep. And then I'm just going to add half an avocado to this as well. This smoothie is great as a breakfast, but you could also have it as a snack as well. And the great thing about this is you can make it the night before and leave it in the fridge. You don't have to make it the night before, but I do prefer making things the night before and then leaving them overnight because it helps the digestive enzymes to come out in the food. So when you have it in the morning, it's much better for the body if all the nuts and seeds have been soaked overnight, because they will sprout and they will produce digestive enzymes that will then slide through your body slightly easier than if you just make it fresh in the morning. I'm just going to go and wash my hand. Just finished washing my hands, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some coconut water to this. You can use coconut water, or you could use a milk of your choice if you wanted to, or you could even use water if that's what you like as well. So I think I'm going to add about 500 ml of water to this. coconut water, and then I'm actually going to use a little pinch or two of sea salt. Now, when it comes to salt, I would suggest that you use either a good quality sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. Table salt has actually been bleached and all of the goodness has come out of it, but with Himalayan pink salt or sea salt, good quality ones, there's still a lot of nutrients in salt, so that's why it's good for us. So I'm just going to add a couple of pinches of salt to this as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the lid on and I'm going to blend these ingredients together. Ingredients together until they are smooth, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour the smoothie into a bowl, and I will cover this with a plate and I will put it in my small fridge, and then in the morning I will remove it from this bowl, put it into a saucepan and warm it up. So I like to have a warmed smoothie. Even in summer I will eat warm foods because I think it's a lot better for my stomach, especially my body type. So I'm going to warm this up in the morning and then I'm just going to eat it, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious. It smells so good right now. I can smell the chocolate and it's just making me so hungry. So I'm going to go and put this in the fridge and I will see you tomorrow. It's almost my breakfast time and the smoothie has been sitting in the fridge overnight. I can really smell the chocolate in it now. I'm actually going to add a little teaspoon of cinnamon to this as well. I forgot to add that yesterday. You can add the cinnamon if you want to, or you don't have to. Or you could also add vanilla essence as well to this if you wanted to. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour the smoothie into the bowl like so, and then I'm going to put this on a high heat and I'm just going to keep stirring it until it warms through. So you'll be able to tell when it starts to warm through because it will start to produce like bubbles. It looks a bit like a volcano basically. So as I said, I'm just going to stand here and keep stirring this until it warms through. The smoothie has heated through. I can see there's a lot of steam coming off the top of it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer it back into the bowl like so. And then I'm going to decorate this and then I will try it a little bit and let you know how it tastes. But it smells so chocolatey at the moment. I love having chocolate for breakfast. Especially sea salt and chocolate as well. I think it's really nice. So yeah, I'm just gonna scrape that out and I shall decorate and be back in a moment. So I have decorated and I've tidied up as well. The smoothie is still quite warm, but I'm just gonna try it a little bit now. Oh, that's really nice. It's really chocolatey, but you can just taste the salt. There's a slight taste of salt to it as well. So it's quite sweet and sour, as I mentioned earlier. So yes, I'm definitely looking forward to my breakfast now. That's how you make my delicious salted chocolate smoothie, and that recipe I will link in the description box below for you. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be having this for my breakfast this morning and it smells and tastes so good. I can't wait. So for now, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.